Welcome back to Our Issues Milwaukee. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. Our focus this morning will shift to a hometown restaurant that has a long-standing tradition of commitment to the communities they serve, Cousin Subs. Here to tell us more about the Make It Better Foundation is Justin McCoy, who is the VP of Marketing for Cousin Subs. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Always good to see you, Justin.
Good to see you too.
And I mentioned earlier that Cousins has been in Milwaukee since 1972. It has a pretty rich history. So if you could kind of tell us how it all got started and how you are where you are today.
Yeah, so our founders, Bill Specht and Jim Shepard, both Atlantic from New Jersey, basically moved out here in 1972, and Bill recognized that basically Milwaukee did not have the subs that they loved back in Atlantic City, and he wanted to bring that out here, so he called up Jim and he invited Jim out, and they started up Cousin Subs in 1972, and the history goes from there.
Right,
so,
the rest, as they say, is history.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome, and the slogan is better bread, better subs, better day. Yes. And that leads to the Cousin Subs restaurants, the Make It Better Foundation. So this was just established a couple of years ago. So talk more about that.
Yeah, we've always sort of owned the word better, from the better bread, better subs, and then we adapted it to better day. And we really, for many years, our franchisees, our corporate-owned units have been contributing to the communities that we do call home and have been giving back and doing things in many different ways. And we recognized several years ago that we had an opportunity to really kind of put that under an umbrella, and that was where the concept of the Make It Better Foundation came from. And so Bill and Jim had for many years contributed and done many things in the community, and so had the owners, but we wanted to bring it under one umbrella and really let people know the key areas that meant something to us, and that's when we developed the Make It Better Foundation in 2013. And we focus on three key pillars, which is youth education, health and wellness, and fighting hunger.
Okay, so it's basically all coming together to improve the general welfare and quality of life, like you said, in the communities that you serve. So along those lines of health and wellness, hunger, and youth education, what are some of the things that you've done in the community to really enhance that subject?
So what we do, we meet quarterly. We have a board of directors for the foundation. I'm one of the directors on there, and so are the management team members. And we review. It seems the grant applications just grow each quarter as we review them. But really, we look to go through those and find qualified candidates in those areas that they're really trying to work in the communities in those areas. We've been fortunate to be able to provide food to food banks. We've worked with organizations where we've donated dollars that have contributed to supply backpacks full of school supplies to several hundred students and things of that sort. So, and we've done that, and we do that throughout all the communities that we have stores. So we are in Wisconsin, Minnesota, and in the Phoenix area of Arizona, and we've been able to contribute to multiple organizations throughout those areas. I think today we're probably about $46,000 in donations that we've contributed since 2013 and growing as we keep moving forward.
That is awesome, and I always talk about the importance of companies and corporations realizing how important it is to give back. So with that said, what are some of the things that you have going on right now?
Yeah, so I mean, it's really a cornerstone of who we are. When we say make it better, that's what we believe. We believe in making a better product, a better guest experience, and then really serving and giving back to the community. So right now, we are working. Our biggest thing right now is our Wisconsin Sports Award Scholarship Contest, which just kicked off here on March 2nd and runs through April 12th. It's the largest thing we do from our foundation or to date, and this is going to be our third annual. And we give away a total of $14,000 in scholarships to 4 senior WIAA qualified candidates. And it's a really exciting time for us, but that's the main focus right now for the foundation.
And that falls right under the pillar of education.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about these scholarship awards. They total $12,000? $14,000, and it's going to qualified seniors. And let's talk about the guidelines and the eligibility.
Yeah, so it was really important to us as we looked at and we formed this and we partnered with Good Karma Events and the Wisconsin Sports Awards that this wasn't just about athletic achievement. This was also meant to be about academic achievement and community involvement. We really wanted to seek out candidates and young people who were really striving to make their community better themselves. And as we've grown in this program and went from year 1 to year 2, the applications we received have just been tremendous, and to see what these high school students are doing and how much they're accomplishing. Last year, some of our candidates had even started their own nonprofits while they were in 3 sports and had GPAs of over 4.0, and so it's just been it's been really eye-opening to see for us and see the qualified candidates that we get in. But yeah, so giving away $14,000 it's just been a pleasure for us, and really to contribute back to them in their higher education.
Okay, so we have mentioned that the deadline is April 12th, and also once you figured out who your recipients are, you have 4 finalists.
Yes.
And that's 2 $5,000 scholarships, one for a female athlete and one for a male athlete, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and then you have runner-ups as well.
Yep, and they receive the $2,000 scholarship.
Okay.
And what we do is we pick the 4 finalists, and they are actually invited to the Wisconsin Sports Awards Show, which takes place on May 7th this year in Kohler, and it's a red carpet
glitz,
event.
glamour, all that
it's
stuff.
the whole thing. Green Bay Packer players, Milwaukee Brewers, Bucks. Last year, the whole Wisconsin Badger Final Four team was there. You know, Barry Alvarez, all Wisconsin's biggest and greatest sports icons, and our scholarship winners are walking that red carpet right with them and are honored that night as well. So we bring them in, they only know they're finalists, and then that night it's revealed to them who's the winner and who's the runner-up. But at the end of the day, we talk with all of them, and
they're all winners.
They're winners they're winners in our heart, and I think truly what's been amazing to us is that you would think the dollars are what is the most important to them, but as the day goes on and this event happens, the event becomes almost bigger than what the scholarship was, because it's something they're going to remember for the rest of their life.
Absolutely, yeah, because I know we've talked about this before in other mediums, but we don't even realize some of the huge names that you've had come to these events. If I'm correct, I'm going to just let you say some of the big names that have made appearances.
Yeah, last year Good Karma had Aaron Rodgers there.
I was going to say that, but I didn't want to be wrong. Aaron Rodgers, okay.
Aaron Rodgers, John Kuhn last year, Eddie Lacy was there last year, Randall Cobb has been there in the past. Then you also, Ryan Braun has been there in the past. Brandon Jennings when he was with the Bucks, back in the day. So just a litany of athletes that these kids get so excited about.
Oh yeah.
And last year our winners were actually they charged right up to Aaron Rodgers, asked if they could take a selfie with them, and we're taking pictures and posting on Twitter and everything. And it was exciting to watch them be able to interact and do that with those athletes.
Yeah, and I'll say this, in the world of sports, a lot of times the media has to focus. Of course, they always talk about those athletes who are doing outstanding things, whether it be on the field, the basketball court, whatever the case may be. But a lot of times the negativity makes the headlines. And you have people like Aaron Rodgers, who's an outstanding role model in so many different ways, talking about giving back, being an outstanding athlete, and being open to allowing people to know who he is. That's awesome for these young people to get a chance to even be in his space, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And then to see them walk up to him and him actually acknowledge them and allow and to take that picture and those things. And in that setting, it is it's probably a little protected because it's a private ceremony, so that makes it gives our winners an opportunity to really rub elbows with them. But they are so warm to him and really generous. There's other high school winners at the event as well, and it's great to see the pro athletes acknowledge the achievements of the high school athletes as well, and have them all intermingled in a room with collegiate athletes as well. So.
Yeah, and because the main thing is they understand, if no one else does, they understand what it takes to get to the level where they are. So I'm sure if any of them take the mic, they can motivate these young people to continue doing well, not only in their selected sport, but also just as an individual continue to grow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wanted to make sure we mentioned you guys are all over social media, and when you talk about scholarships and awards and things dealing with young people, you have to be. So if you would kind of break down where people can find you on social media.
Yeah, so we have a Cousin Subs official Facebook page, so you can be found there. We're also on Twitter, so it's at Cousin Subs on Twitter is our official handle. Same with Instagram, so we're there as well. So across all those channels, very active. I have a very, very skilled team who puts out a lot of content. We're very active in that space, and we try to engage with our guests. It's just a great spot for any brand to really engage with your guests, and not only to acknowledge them when they say something great about you, but if there happens to be an issue that you can get there and solve that. And then when we have the opportunity with a promotion like this or a contest, is really to reach out to the students. So we have a lot of targeted advertising right now to Wisconsin high school senior athletes, because you're able to do that in those mediums and really reach out and spread the word about what we're doing. Because while we're concentrated predominantly in the Fox Valley, Milwaukee, and Madison, it is a statewide contest. So we don't have a lot of locations up in the Northwest, but we any eligible athlete in the state can win. So we have sent out packages to every athletic director and guidance counselor office for every high school in the state, making sure that they all know that we're looking to give back and that they all have an opportunity to win. So.
Okay, so those parents out there who are watching, if their young person has not kind of gotten whiff of this, they should tell them to see their guidance counselor and at least ask questions if they are interested in at least competing for one of these scholarships.
Absolutely. It's certainly here in the Milwaukee area. So we've run this, so we've had 2 years, 8 scholarship winners. 5 of those 8 have come from the Milwaukee area or the greater Milwaukee area. So
that is awesome. And you're talking about getting the word out through social media, and I would have given anything to have access to the internet. And I'm aging myself, obviously, but when I was in high school, you used to have to go to the library and pull out books and kind of find those scholarships that were there. But it's awesome that kids can follow places like Cousin Subs and know that not only they can get great food, but also win scholarships to help them be a better person tomorrow.
Absolutely. I was in the same boat as you. I was pouring through books as well. Ask my guidance counselor, where do I go for help? But yeah, it's just at their fingertips, and we try to put it all out there. So, and we've made it very easy. They can go to cousinsubs.com/scholarship. They can do it all online now. If they want to mail it in, they can. Most have not, but we have had great engagement. In our first year, we had 400 applications, and last year we had 800, and we expect that to grow this year.
Well, I think it's great what you're doing. Thank you so much for coming by and letting everybody know.
Thanks for having me on.
It's been a pleasure. Justin McCoy is the VP of Marketing for Cousin Subs. Keep in mind, from now through April 12th, any high school senior who is graduating in 2015 and has participated in a WIAA sanctioned sport can apply for these scholarships. Log on to cousinsubs.com/scholarship for all the details. That is going to do it for today's show. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. As always, I thank you for watching, and I hope you join us again next week as we take another look at our issues, Milwaukee. Have a great day.